Hello everyone and welcome back to KidFable. Are you ready for another amazing adventure with our best pals Mako and Max? Last time we saw them exploring the magical city of Paris. Today their journey takes them to a country shaped like a boot, famous for delicious food and incredible history. That's right, they're off to Italy. Our story begins in Rome, the capital city. Miko, with his big curious eyes, and Max, with his sleek black fur, stood in awe before a gigantic stone arena. It was the Colosseum. "Wow, Max!" chattered Miko, swinging from a nearby lamppost. "This place is huge. Can you imagine ancient warriors and chariots racing right here?" Max purred in agreement, his green eyes wide. He imagined brave gladiators and mighty lions, just like in the stories he'd heard. They decided to explore inside. The walls were tall and weathered, with arches reaching for the sky. Miko scrambled up the ancient stones, pretending he was a Roman soldier on lookout. Max, being a cat, found a sunny spot on a warm stone and stretched out, enjoying the Italian sun. From his perch, Miko could see the whole city, a sea of terracotta roofs and historic buildings. "Max, come see this view. It's incredible," he called down. Max flicked an ear but was too comfy to move. Some things never change, do they? Next on their list was a very special place, the Trevi Fountain. Legend says if you toss a coin into the fountain, you're guaranteed to return to Rome one day. Miko, ever the show-off, did a perfect backflip and tossed his shiny coin high into the air. It splashed right into the crystal-clear water. Max, more elegantly, nudged his coin off the fountain's edge with his nose. Plink! It disappeared beneath the surface. Now they knew they would have to come back to this wonderful city. Feeling a bit peckish after all that exploring, Mako and Max's noses led them to a bustling piazza. The air was filled with the most amazing smells. Pizza, pasta, gelato. Their tummies rumbled loudly. They found a small, cozy restaurant with red and white checkered tablecloths. A friendly chef with a big mustache smiled at them. "Buongiorno." "Welcome," he said. Miko pointed at a picture of a pizza loaded with cheese and tomatoes. Max pawed at a picture of a bowl of spaghetti with meatballs. The chef chuckled and soon brought out their food. Miko took a huge bite of his pizza and his eyes went wide. "Mamma mia, this is the best pizza ever," he exclaimed, cheese stretching from his mouth. Max slurped up a long strand of spaghetti, getting a little bit of sauce on his whiskers. He purred loudly. It was official. Italian food was the best in the world. After their delicious lunch, they couldn't resist trying some gelato. Miko chose a bright green pistachio flavor, and Max picked a creamy pink strawberry. They sat on the steps of a grand staircase, licking their cold, sweet treats and watching the people go by. It was the perfect afternoon, but their Italian adventure wasn't over yet. They hopped on a high-speed train and zipped through the beautiful countryside, past rolling hills covered in vineyards and olive groves. Their next stop was a city unlike any other in the world, Venice. Instead of streets, Venice has canals, and instead of cars, they have boats called gondolas. A friendly gondolier in a striped shirt and a straw hat invited them for a ride. "Ciao, little friends. Hop in," he said, gesturing to his long, elegant boat. Miko leaped in, nearly tipping the whole thing over with his excitement. Max stepped in gracefully, finding a comfortable cushion to sit on. The gondolier began to sing a beautiful Italian song as he rowed them through the narrow canals. They floated under arched bridges and past colorful buildings that seemed to rise straight out of the water. Miko waved at people looking out of their windows, and Max watched the water ripple as the gondola glided along. It felt like they were in a fairy tale. "This is magical, Max," Miko whispered, his voice full of wonder. Max just purred, his eyes half closed, soaking it all in. Their gondola ride ended near a huge, open square called Piazza San Marco. It was filled with people, music, and hundreds of pigeons. Miko, being a monkey, thought the pigeons were there just to play with him. He started chasing them around the square, chattering with glee. The pigeons fluttered into the air, creating a whirlwind of feathers around him. Max, meanwhile, found a quiet corner to watch the chaos, shaking his head at his silly friend. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the city, Mako and Max found a small bridge to sit on. They watched the last of the gondolas float by, their lights reflecting on the dark water. They had seen ancient ruins, made a wish in a famous fountain, eaten the most delicious food, and floated through a city on water. Italy was amazing, Mako said softly, leaning against his best friend. What was your favorite part? Max thought for a moment. He'd loved the warm sun at the Colosseum, the tasty spaghetti, and the gentle rocking of the gondola. But his favorite part was sharing it all with Miko. He nudged his friend's arm and purred, a sound that said it all. With tired eyes and full hearts, our adventurers knew it was time to rest. Their Italian journey was over, but the memories would last a lifetime. Where will Miko and Max go next? What new wonders will they discover? Make sure you join us for the next chapter of their incredible travels. Thanks for watching KidFable. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next adventure. Bye for now.